This is the Arturia MatrixBRUTE, a powerful and massive synthesizer. This is a fancy hotel room. Now I can't afford either of these, but I'm going to review them anyway.
Oh, that sucks.
Some analog monosynths have an option that kind of let you play two notes at the same time, but I generally don't find them useful because of the way that they share the same filter and volume. But with the Matrix, it can sound really good because you have two separate filters. Since the early 70s, every new analog synthesizer gets compared to a Mini Moog, and it's a very high standard. The Mini has a huge sweet spot. As long as the oscillators are in tune, and it's behaving itself, it's kind of hard to create a bad sound on a Mini Moog. Other instruments, like the ARP Odyssey, have a wider tonal range, but their sweet spots are more spread out, and it takes a bit longer to find out where it sounds best. The MatrixBRUTE offers an enormous tonal range, capable of not just the overdriven and aggressive sounds that the other brutes are good at, hey, be nice, but also subtle, detailed, and smooth tones. But finding those tones can be a challenge, at least when you first start using it. There are lots of ways to mess it up. You can overload the signal at any mixing stage, so you have to watch your levels on everything, but if you back off too much, you decrease the signal to noise ratio. The oscillators are bright and full of harmonics, so if you mix them all at once or mix them badly, the sound can become metallic and shrill. They're also extremely precise, so if you don't add some motion, they can become sterile, but they're not always accurate. In other words, it's very easy to make bad sounds on the Matrix. But can it sound like $2,000? Yes, sometimes. The dual filters, each with 2 overdrive methods, can kinda emulate a Moog, a sequential circuits, or an ARP, or it can kinda sound cheap. If you check the comments section on any forum, you'll find out pretty quickly Arturia doesn't exactly have a stellar reputation for support, and I think that should be factored in any decision. If $2,000 isn't a huge amount for you, then I highly recommend it. It can sound great, the performance options are superlative, and its analog effects are fantastic. But if you'd have to stretch yourself really thin to afford it, I can't recommend it with too much enthusiasm, because there's some risk, and I wouldn't be surprised if the price drops a few hundred. But I really do like it, and it's probably the most fun I've had programming a synthesizer in a very long time.